there, my name is PurpleAmethyst and it's Halloween. Happy Halloween everyone. So today we are going to be building a very spooky haunted house, and I haven't made any plans for this, so it's just going to be, I'm just going to be improvising and seeing how it turns out. So yeah, let's begin. That is our basic frame, so if you are building with me, make sure to just come up here and check it. So if you haven't already noticed, I've gone up by 5 blocks, and these are 5 along here, and these are 1 out, and then these are 3 along the side. So just check that. And now we should be getting on to making like the insidey bit. So just on the inside of the frame, make whatever material you want, make a sort of a wall. Make sure to go 1 block sort of diagonally in, because otherwise it won't look very good, to be honest. Now I'm just going to do this very solid with no windows or anything, because this is the basement. And then you just carry this around all the way along the build. I'm using black clay for this, by the way. If you want to do that, you can. And I'll come back when I've done all of this. So now that we have this basic framework, we are just going to do exactly the same as we did on this bottom layer, but just with some, well, like another material of your choice. I have chosen dark oak wood, but this time you are going to be leaving a gap for a window, so just go all the way around the edge of it like that, and leave a space where you can. And this bit can just stay empty for now, but feel free to make a floor. I'm going to make my floor out of spruce, I think, but we'll get onto that more in another video. So now it is time for us to finish off these big holes and put some windows in. So I'm just using here 2 blocks of black stained glass, and then on either side black stained glass panes. And I'm going to repeat that all the way around, and then whenever I've got a smaller gap like this, I'm just going to be putting 2 panes in there. To start the roof, we are going to go 1 block here, then just carry on going up and up like that diagonally, and so far I've done that on sort of the pieces of 5, if you get what I mean. So there's a big main bits in the middle, and I've got those two, and they will carry on over there. And I am thinking I might also do the same thing here. So I think I would have to do it like this to be the same height. And then just carry that on along to that side. I think now is a good time to start adding in this extra detail where it looks like the logs are coming out further than the frame in a way, so it looks more realistic and there's more detail to it. So I'm just going to do this all around and then add buttons to each end here. And I'm going to make a quick start on the roof by just going upwards like this with spruce wood stairs, and then I need slabs too. I'm going to put a dark oak slab here, and an upside down stair, and one that's the right way up. Off camera I just went all around here, finished these off, and for the thinner ones I did have to bring this all the way out diagonally just like I did with the wider ones. I still don't know how this is going to turn out exactly, but I have a vague idea, so now we're just going to bring this roof around. Now I think it would be a good time to just add in these slabs. As you can see, I have decided to not add in this tower because I just can't see how it's going to work. So I'm just going to fix this here. And now we've got to find some way to bring this across but make it look normal, so we don't really want this big gap here. So I'm thinking now we've got to repeat that on this side, so I'll just go ahead and do that. Then we can continue with the rest of the roof. Now we have this wonderful rectangular shape, and I love rectangles because they're just so easy to work with. And now we can add some skylights, I am thinking. So I'm probably just going to bring this one to the one opposite, if you get what I mean, and do the same here. Now that we have this basic frame on the top, I'm just going to get some black clay, and all along the inside I'm going to just add in one strip for each edge. And unfortunately right now I can't have smooth lighting because my single player worlds are really laggy compared to the server, so I had to just sort of compromise and use fast graphics, etc. But once I put another layer down here to close the gap, it made a very dark sort of light glitch for me, and I am yet to try that with like normal lighting, so I will do that in a moment once I have filled in all of this, and we'll have a look. But I quite like the effect it makes right now, very dark. If we just go to the options, smooth lighting, let's try this. Yeah, it's about the same. Might be because no, it's the same because of these slabs, I think. But I don't mind that. If you don't want that, then you can just put them here. But for this particular thing, I quite like the sort of darkness it gives. Also, before we progress further on this, I just want to mention I want to turn this into a balcony. So I'm going to get rid of all this stuff. I might be changing some of that so that's a bit later, but for now I think that will do, because I want to try and get as much of this roof done as possible. So same as we did last time, just going straight up. This is going to be quite a big section because it's wider, and then basically the same thing just with these spruce stairs. The next thing we need to do is take these pieces of wood and, just like we did before, bring them out and put buttons on them. And lastly, we just need to fill in these gaps with a little bit of clay, and I'm just going to make this very basic looking framework here and just add a tiny little window, just like that. And I'm going to do that on all of them. Now, you could call this build finished, and that's fine if you want that to be finished, but I am just going to add in some additional details. So this will just make the build look a bit better and finish it off more. As you can see, I have done this pathway and I'm planning on having something in that hole, but for now it's just going to be like that. And I'm going to take some spruce wood stairs and just begin here in this corner. And I'm thinking I might do that in every corner there, and then 3 slabs in the middle. I'm going to do that for the whole build all the way around, and once you get to bits like this where it's just one, simply do that, and that should give it a little bit more depth. And as you should probably know, I like to have some depth in my builds. For the second layer, I'm going to do almost the same, but it will be that, then that, then that, and I'll repeat that on all of these all the way around, so eventually it'll look like this. These take absolutely forever, but I can guarantee it will be worth it, because in the end you will get an amazing detailed piece of work. Now for possibly my favourite part of most of these sorts of builds is this sort of window box on the top layer. And if there was another floor, I'd have been doing this twice, but there's only technically 3 floors, but kind of 2, I don't know. It's hard to tell, but I'm just going to put down these blocks of glass and trapdoors to sort of imitate them being held in place, and where they cross like this, I'm going to do it on that side, because that's kind of where you look at it, where you see it from, and then just some bone meal down there, and that is it for that part. And I'm then going to finish it off with another of these designs up here. It's mostly like this one, except that these that are on their side, they're just facing forward. And I'm going to do this all the way around the build. On these bits, as normal, I'm just going to do that again, because that's what's easiest in this case. And yeah, I'll see you once I've done that, and we can get on to more of this part that's not actually on the build. I want to point out that I didn't film the creation of these stairs, and that's because I kind of made them and then thought, oh, I probably should have filmed that, but it's too late now. Basically, I just started with slabs and went down by one, and then in groups of 4, then 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, and then the same as up there. And I did that on both sides. And then with these logs, I made it so that you can't have any that are sort of flat and equal to the stairs, and then it kind of made this rickety sort of railings. I don't know. I quite like how it looks, because then you can just come down here and not have to worry too much about falling in this hole if you're in survival. But yeah. Now I'm going to add on some fences just along these pieces of wood, because it looks more, I'm not really sure, just more detailed and makes it a little bit safer on the way up. Now that we have done the stairs, we are also going to put these fences all the way around the build in certain places. So wherever you see this, you just come up like that and bring it upwards there. And there you have it. That is my version of my haunted house, and it's pretty much done. And in the next video I'm going to be showing you some ideas of designing the interior, and that's just basically everything that's inside it, and that's going to be so much fun as well. There'll be bookshelves and cobwebs, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Now let's have a proper look at the whole build. it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you want to see more content just like this, please leave a thumbs up, a comment and subscribe. I hope to see you soon. Bye!